All right, so after the analog input, let's talk about analog outputs. So as opposed to an analog input, it's still an analog, so it's sending out a signal that's more than just a discrete. So a discrete's on and off, and an analog is sending a signal that you can vary the level of it. So you can change the speed of something or change the position of something based on a percentage or however you want that unit to be. So that's analog. Now output means you're sending a signal out of the control system. So this one's a flow, right? So flow valve. The valve can be positioned at different levels, and that's how you control this. So this is an analog output faceplate. This one has a cascade mode. So the output percentage is what is the valve position at that point in time in this case. So FV flow valve 3402 water to the east prop right now is at 0%. So it's a closed valve. The process variable value is the variable that you're trying to control, and this is a loop. So sometimes there will be just one. If you're just controlling the position of the valve and there's no automatic control to it, there'll just be one graph. And you'll just be able to control what is the position of the valve. This one is actually based off of flow. So the actual value on the right, you'll be able to set points. Set point right now is at 0, so and the process value is at 0, so this loop isn't doing anything. So there's mode selection. Again, you'll have auto or cascade. So you can go into auto, which you control the output by setting a set point, and there's cascade where you control the output or by setting a loop that controls as a set point instead of you controlling the set point. This is how you change the modes. And right now the actual, you're telling it to be an auto, and then it says it is an auto. So you might be telling it to be in cascade, but it might be an auto anyway for various reasons. If you want to step change in the output, you can click here, or you can click over here and type in the box, or move the valve or move this arrow up and down to change that position. And if there's any alarms, again, they'll be here. And again, you have details, go to the HMI trends, go to the controls, go to the historical trends, and acknowledge all the alarms, or bring this value into Chart Builder. So you'll be spending quite a few hours working on analog output faceplates. Try to understand the difference between cascade and auto. That'll be a big help once you understand that. A lot of things will come together quickly. And then the output percentage is the valve position. This process variable is the set point. And then there's various ways to change. If you put this out, this one arrow will go up slowly, 2 arrows will go up quickly. There are some things that go in this details faceplate, which we'll cover right here. So there's some tuning depending on the output. Like if you just have control over what the valve position is or what the damper position is, there might be a little bit difference in here compared to those. But you can control things like how does it ramp up or how does it ramp down. So if you want to ramp up or down, what are the set points high and low, so you can put limits on it so people can't push something to the limits or absolutely close something. That's one thing to keep in mind. If you find you need to close a valve and it's not closing, you should go to the details and check it out. So those are some things in alarms and tunings. Also, there's some diagnostics, which is good for troubleshooting purposes.